This is very good for UV light cleaning, but you can't trust just that. That's why we have Cavicide wipes. But you must wear gloves when you use those, or you're in big trouble. These right here are expired inks. So these inks here I just use on fake skin. These inks here and these inks here are all current inks. You always need green soap. This machine here I use for my coils, and you can switch from liner to shader on it, which is very nice, and you can adjust it. You can also tune your machine with it if you know how. If you don't know how, well, you do the best you can, but when you can tune your machine and get it to 50% duty, it makes a big difference on the coils. This one here, this is for the tattoo machines that are, well, they've got a million different nicknames, don't they? But when you come down here, I've got plenty of different ones. This one here is the Ambition, and this one's got a battery, so I don't need to worry, but I do have an RCA adapter. I have a couple of Poseidons, which I only use on fake skin because they're a little sketchy. This one right here is the Helio. It is a mimic of the Bishop Wand shader. Very nice for packing. This here was my first machine ever, which still works like a charm. This is one I built. Over here, this is a buddy of mine gave me this. And it's a very nice machine. It's an Iron Horse. Works very well. I have a hybrid over here. This was my first big machine, the Axis Valhalla. God, this thing is nice. Love this machine. This right here is the mixer. You just push the gun in, and you can basically mix any of your inks, because they all have a little thing in them, but when you do this, it saves you a lot of time. And you end up with a pretty good mix of ink. Witch hazel, which is always nice to help with your ink when it gets a little too thick. Inkies, big fan of that, because when you use Inkies, you can glide on the skin. You'll find when you're tattooing with rubber gloves on skin, if it's dry, you can actually get yourself in a situation where you're trying to pull a line. Down here I got the bibs. That big plastic thing down here is just a pile of parts to build and fix machines. I've got a ton of the wraps here, a couple more spare bottles, a little bit more fake skin. I've got 2 more boxes of gloves. I've got these here I'm pretty much only using on fake skin from CNC. Got 3 round liners. Those have the grips attached for the coil. In here I have the skull ink caps, which are cool looking and all, but they don't hold a lot of ink. And then I got the regular ink caps. And then of course I have Sanaderm, a ton of Sanaderm. The ones up here I don't use on people. That's why they're not wrapped in the plastic and protected. These are more for showing people what we're dealing with. Anything you see up here, like these needles here, this is for fake skin. Once they're opened, I can't let them touch people's skin. I've got a mixer here to help mix ink if you're trying to make custom colors. It's got little tabs that go in it. Everyone should have one of these to get rid of their used needles. This one's almost full, so I'm going to have to toss it soon. Let's see, what else am I missing here? That's the Fomimo printer. It's Bluetooth, it's wireless. You can unplug it, put it wherever you want once it's charged. And then you take the Spirit paper over there. You pull the yellow sheet out, you pull the insert out, you stick it in there, and away you go. But you always need this right here. This is the stuff I use. Everybody has a favorite, but I use Electrum. And I find this one works really good, the green gold. Just a dab of this. This one I use on people, and this one is for fake skin because it's expired. But it even works on a fake skin. I have this one here, I haven't started yet. And the only thing with fake skin is it'll get the stencil on the fake skin with the Electrum. It doesn't hold it like skin. So if you touch this or rub it, it smears, and then you're really screwed because you lose the stencil completely. And I put this on it because otherwise when you go to tattoo this fake skin, which is only very thin rubber, you end up tattooing your bed. You don't want to do that. Kill this. My cousin Sandy, my sister from a different mister, her and her friend made this sign for me when I was originally just calling it Mello's Tattoo Shop. And it's changed a few times now. It's Millbilly Tattoo, but I love the sign. I'm never going to get rid of that sign. It's the greatest sign ever. And this is all fake skin. So all the tattoos you see me post, this is them in a giant stack when I'm done with them. And as far back as you can go. A lot of people think I'm drawing this stuff, but if you look, it goes through the other side because you're tattooing fake skin. And a lot of times these get dirty. You gotta wipe them down with Vaseline to clean them again. But it's just fake skin as far as you can go. I mean, I can go down to the first tattoo I ever did at the bottom. It just keeps going. Every tattoo you see is right here in this stack. There's a few that aren't, because some of the fake skin tattoos I do are tattoos for people I know, and I do it on fake skin so they know what it's going to look like. And then what I ultimately do when I give them the actual tattoo is I give them the fake skin as well as kind of a keepsake. Sometimes it's for a memorial tattoo, so it means even more. I have one friend who actually took the memorial tattoo I tattooed on him and he put it in a frame. So it's nice, it's something extra. Over there we got a fireplace, a TV, couch. There's exercise stuff here, but very shortly it's going to go because I'm just getting too old to exercise. With this old decrepit machine, that's cables are going to kill me. I'll keep the free weights around, but eventually this bar is going to end up over there, and this corner is where I'm going to build a sauna. Not a steam one though, because venting it would be a problem in the basement, but someday. So anyway, that's the studio. We have a ton of keepsakes all around, if you look. I like to keep things that either mean something to me or I just find fun. Got a lot of Paw Sox hats, got the Star Wars Coca-Cola bottles up top from Disney. Got the Paw Sox bear claw, my dad's old hat. All the Rams championship hats and NFC championship hats that I could get my hands on. My wife and daughter bought me the ET cartridge for the Atari 2600. It's kind of a bummer we don't have a functioning 2600, but at least we have that. And I have this candle from my sister, may she rest in peace. It's still stinging, so. Don't forget we also have Mass Hole Light Lager. Can't go wrong with that. And we've got White Christmas from Bing Crosby, from Narragansett. Gotta keep it local, folks. Gotta keep it local. And very soon, they'll be having the tattoo convention that they have every year at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. Can't wait to go to that. Always a good time. And over here, I almost forgot, I have a bunch of expired needles. I put all the expired needles in here. Some of them you have to actually put together with the, basically the grip that's disposable on these. These are needles for permanent grips that you, well, I use Calvicide. Some people, they have the actual machine to dip it in. But these grips are a lot smaller, so it's a lot harder to focus with these. But I believe, no, these haven't expired yet. Those are 27, I just don't use them enough. And these haven't expired yet either. Huh? I guess it's just these top ones that are expiring on me. Let me see. Yeah, June of this year, these are going to be no good, so these will be practice on them. Probably just toss them because I don't really break out the whole coil machine like I used to. Alrighty. Bye-bye now.